Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, HowlKing, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm actually going to be showing you my Strikepack settings. For me personally, as being a content creator, I'm going to see this right now. The Strikepack in Zen, I do not condone modding. Once again, if you are going to be using it, it is technically, I'm just going to say it, quote unquote, technically cheating, even though it does help you if you do have a disability. Like I said, some of my videos for the Strikepack and the Zen are only for entertainment purposes only, and I would never ever use these if I was in a competitive game. Now, sadly, some games you might get one. Sadly, so at the end of the day, if you do want to use the mods, I'm just gonna say it again. You might get banned. You might. Not seems a possibility, but you might. But these are my personal settings for the Strikeback. Let's get into it, shall we? So, I actually downgrade my my Vista due to the fact that new update that I made available on a very long back it disconnects. So yeah, if you do have problems when it disconnects, just lower it down to the firmware, and you're going to see on the screen right now, firmware 1.1.12. Yeah, that's the firmware that I am on, and you can still go through the mods if you like to. I'm saying that again, if you like to, okay? But yes, so I'm going to show you my personal settings of what I put on my strap bag. And if you guys just want to use it, feel free. Yeah, let's get into it. So I use the shooter. I'm gonna click on this. You can do the collect the mine's default. I'm just gonna click on this, and I'm gonna call this Pro Controller. Well, we're just gonna write Pro. We're gonna find the this right here, the controller. Pro. I'm gonna call it Pro. Press done. Now you're wondering, oh well, what do you use? For me personally, I kind of stopped using all the mods. It is fun here and now and there, but really, I mostly just use the specific things that I think are pretty well. If you don't want to buy a 200 Pro controller, this is why I call it Pro. So, what are the things I add? Well, if I go to the bottom where it says controller, I click on this. I turn off block controller rumble. I turn on left and right hair trigger. These basically make the game once I do like 50% in game, it'll shoot it like almost like trigger stops, like I said. So it's basically trigger stops. Left trigger stop. This is why I actually put both of those on left hair trigger and right hair trigger. Doing this right here, if I go to the left trigger stop, I usually go medium, and you can see how far it goes. So when you put it on short, when I press my left stick, it's not working. If I try to take the hair trigger, it's still not working. So yeah, this is why I don't really use that much, but it can help a little bit. But for me personally, I keep it on medium sometimes. So medium, you give it, you give the it gives you like the little effects. All what this mod is pretty much doing, it's using the haptic feedback. So if you play like a PS5 game with all like the haptic feedbacks and the rumbles, this is basically taking the rumbles from any game that takes it, like, you know, if you're pushing all the way down, if you feel like a little tension. So what that mod's basically doing, it's taking that and pretending it's a trigger stop, which I think is pretty cool, because if you are a person, like I said, that doesn't care about these mods, like me personally, yeah, I would say use these specifically right here. So we have the medium, which is pretty nice, but overall, I like to keep it on long. Long for me is pretty well. You can go a bit higher for short click. I'm pressing the left stick. As you can see, It takes me a little bit while to push it down until I get to a fully, which is something that I don't like. Now we're going to go into a medium click. Medium click for me is pretty cool as well. You can get a look like a little click sound from like a of course from a pro controller, and then we have lawn, which means you go a little longer and it stops. You'll feel the tension a little bit. So what are my recommendations? Honestly, it depends. I usually go for lawn or medium for the click, and then for just regular, I would just go for the medium. The medium does take a little bit while for it to stop, but when I do a right trigger, we're gonna put this in the both at the exact same time. I'm just gonna go in here for right now. I'm gonna show you, so you can see the game. Why on this? I think I have aim assist on. No, I don't. Okay, good, because I don't use that either. So in a regular game, when I'm trying like go as fast as possible with a trigger, I can do this. I can do this when I have that on. So without this on and having the block rumble, I can still do it, but it just makes my finger go all the way down more. So using the medium really just helps it. Like you can go short on it, but that takes a while for it to actually get into the game. So we're gonna go back to medium. I can see medium takes a lot more faster. And if I go to lawn feels a little bit better for me. Now we're gonna go into medium for click. You see it taking me a little longer. How about lawn click? A little longer. So yeah, for me, I like to keep it on short or lawn. Really depends, but I really like these both on medium and lawn sometimes. But yeah, that is what I would use 24/7 using the Strikepack. And I'll go down into mapping, and I'll press one of my paddle buttons. If you do not know how to get into the paddle button mode on the screen right here, press one of the buttons back of your Strikepack. Just press one of them. You just press and hold for like a quick second, and the LED will turn purple. So on the phone, if you have it up, you can change the paddle button. You can change the paddle button. So you'll just tap it, and you'll go and map buttons. For me, I like to use the paddle 2, and then I'm going to go to the next one. Just press and tap it very quickly, and then I'll use circle. And this is pretty much, and the thing I also like about this as well, if you if I just get out of this real quick, if I do that same thing again, I can do a slide for one of my buttons. So if we go back into the game, once I press my paddle button, look at that. I can add 2 stuff on it, and I can basically slide. So I think that's a pretty cool thing you can do with your Strikepack to make this at least good for you if you're playing like Call of Duty or something like that has a very, very amazing slide in my personal opinion. But it won't 24/7 like help. So if you are gonna run this, I recommend probably having like another button for this, just in case. But yeah, whoops. But yeah, that's pretty much what I run on this Strikepack. And there's anti-recoil. I didn't know anti-recoil was on. I probably accidentally just did that by mistake. Sorry about that. But no, I don't run any of this anymore. All these you can change. I go on default. No, this really changes. I really don't touch any of this because I don't use this as well. Now, there's something called bannable speeds. I don't even touch this because I tried it once in Black Ops 3 with like bots and stuff. It makes sure you're gonna like shoot like extremely fast, so I don't recommend it because it can ban you. But yet again, I don't use any of it because there's no point in me. I never tried auto run on this. I've tried it before. It does not work that well for me. But we can try this again. Okay, now it's working. So yeah, auto run can help you as well. Oh, look at that. Now stop for a second. No, it takes like 5 seconds, so we can lower this down to like 3. So once I move my stick, I automatically run. Pretty good. So we have hold sprints, you have toggle sprints. So I'm guessing it just does that automatically no matter what you do. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. And look at that, automatically sprinting. So yeah, this could be really helpful as well. Takes like 3 seconds. We can probably put up to 2. Let's see how much we have on 2. I think this can mess up with your ability to like slide and stuff sometimes. Yeah, this works perfectly as well. But yeah, this is what I pretty much run with the Strikepack. I don't really use anything else, to be honest with you. But yeah, this is just a basic Pro controller that I just made right here. Honestly, with just a lot of money. And I do have a Scuff controller as a control freak as well on my right stick, which is a must-have if you're playing any FPS games, because I saw myself flicking on some players today. It was completely sweaty, but man, that control freak, it helps so much. I don't know why people don't use it, but it really is nice to use. I've been fooling around with my settings, and I went down to a little bit. A 1.65 did help me just a little bit, but the left and right flickering thing, that I need to definitely get down. And we're gonna go up to like, I'm probably gonna go up to 1.75 for this, because my flicking has been really good on controller. So I need to keep going with that. If I can keep going with that, then I think I'll be pretty good with doing that on controller. But yeah, these are my settings, and yeah. But yeah, just me showing off my settings. See you guys in the next video.